Thank you, Mr. Chair. I offer this amendment to fix a fundamental failure of the bill before the committee, which is it does not, in fact, ban congressional stock trading. In fact, under the terms of the bill, members may still trade private stocks. They may still trade commodity derivatives. They may trade digital assets. The list goes on of things that they might continue to invest in where knowledge of the industry would benefit them as they make those determinations. The so-called Stop Insider Trading Act actually allows members of Congress to continue profiting from their insider knowledge by trading stocks in privately held companies like SpaceX and OpenAI. Under this bill, members of Congress can continue profiting from their ability to affect the prices of commodities of all kinds, like oil, natural gas, and food grown by American farmers. And you have to wonder at the timing. So soon after the president opened up Venezuelan oil fields to his corporate cronies and oil futures now soaring, just days after the president tried to destroy the independence of the Fed, a foundational piece of the Western economy and the economy of the United States. In response, precious metals futures skyrocketed. It isn't just a coincidence. Speaker Johnson wants to allow members to profit off their positions and off the chaos created by the Trump administration. My amendment would include private company stock, commodities, and futures, and the covered instruments that members cannot trade in while in office to limit the insider trading that this bill would permit. And I do note, I think, if I might, I think the gentlelady from Illinois during the last debate was referring to this. And just want to make the point about commodity trading for small family farms, that there is a section and a provision in the amendment to protect those individuals so they can continue to work their family farms. I did want to mention that because she raised a point which we are sensitive to. So with that, Mr. Chair, I urge anyone who truly wants to restore trust in Congress to join me now in supporting this amendment, and I yield back.
The gentleman yields back. Is there further debate?